What's going on, everybody? Mahai back here with another video, and today I've got another TownHall 13 attack strategy for you guys, and this one is very unique. Something I've never seen before, but it actually works really well. As you see, we're going to be using the super giants with witches, kind of like just a witch slap with ice golems, but I actually like this a lot better. And we're bringing 2 recalls as well. You can tweak that if you want, but I kind of like this version of it, and you'll see why once we get into the attacks. But for the clan castle, I'm bringing a log launcher, I'm bringing another super giant and a super yeti. Again, you can change that up if you want. You don't have to bring that, but we are bringing free spells, and that's going to be for multi-inferno towers in the town hall, just to help protect your witches, because obviously they can get wrecked. And for equipment, the only necessary things you're going to need are the rocket spear on the royal champion and the giant arrow on the queen. I mean, technically you really don't need it, but I think it just works really well with this attack. So I'm running the Earthquake Boots, Giant Gauntlet on my King, just because that's kind of what I have on this account, and then the Eternal Tome and the Rage Gem on the Warden. Again, none of that's really necessary, so let's go hop into a friendly challenge first, and then we'll get into some multiplayer attacks. Alright, so the way we're going to set this up, we're going to drop the Queen up here, and we're going to shoot her Giant Arrow. If there's value to be had, you can aim for it, but for me, I'm just using her to set the funnel right now. And then at the same time while that's going on, we're going to drop the Royal Champion down here at the bottom, and we're going to use her Rocket Spear ability, and she'll just start shooting and taking out all that. And I'm going to sprinkle 3 witches behind her because I don't have Electro Boots. But if you guys have Electro Boots, use that, and then the Electro Boots will actually take out the trash by themselves. But for me on this account, I don't have the Electro Boots, so I'm just going to be sprinkling 3 witches behind. And then when she runs out of Rocket Spear shots, you're going to recall her out. And then the Queen, when she gets the funnel set, you're going to recall her out as well. And then you have everything trimmed out here, so all this stuff's going to be gone from the Queen, and then all this stuff's going to be gone from the Royal Champion, and that leaves you a really nice funnel into the base now. So what we're going to do now is wall break this wall here, and then just deploy everything here, redeploy the Queen, and redeploy your Royal Champion with the main push, and just drop everything in a line. You're going to use an early Warden ability, and then Rage through the core. Again, use your freezes on the multi-infernos in the Town Hall. So we'll freeze like the multi-inferno there, and then when we get over here, we can use freezes on that. So that's the plan. Then everything should just wreck through the base, absolutely no problem. So let's get rid of this drawing, and we'll press play, and we'll go with that exact plan. Like I said, Queen up here at the left side, use the giant arrow. We use the RC down here at the bottom. I actually used her a little bit farther to the right, but she should end up getting all this stuff anyway. And then once she goes in and takes the tanking from that archer tower, I can sprinkle in my witches. So we sprinkle in some witches now. She actually went in deeper than I thought, so we're going to recall her out. I didn't end up getting that archer tower, but my witches might be able to get it because that's the only thing that should be targeting them there, except for maybe the mortar. I'm going to drop 1 super giant in front just to make sure that archer tower goes down to set that funnel. As you see, we recall out the Queen. She set a really nice funnel, so we send that wall breaker in. Now we have a perfect funnel into the core, and we still have our Queen and our Royal Champion still to deploy with the main push as well. So we get our log launcher down, redeploy our Queen and our Royal Champion. Like I said, early Warden ability to protect everything through the initial entry. We're going to poison the clan castle, which is double dragons. That gets absolutely wrecked. We actually do use 1 freeze on the eagle there. Now we're going to freeze up that multi-inferno since the one on the left already went down. And that's just to keep your witches healthy, which will end up tanking for all your heroes. Then your heroes can just shred through the base. So we refreeze that inferno tower. We froze the town hall as well. We use our King's Earthquake Boots to open up the base. If you have Spiky Ball, use Earthquake Boots, Spiky Ball, but I don't have that, so I'm just using Earthquake Boots and Giant Gauntlet. But you could even use the Rage Vial and the Giant Gauntlet as well. Whatever you have will work fine. So we got a Royal Champion at the bottom, takes out all the defenses, so our witches down here will be able to clean up all that, no problem. We got witches cleaning up the left, all of our heroes, tons of giants. We still have our Super Yeti alive from the clan castle. Just absolutely wrecked this base again. I'm a pretty new Town Hall 13, so this isn't the highest level base, obviously, but just look how overkilled this is. We're going to 2x through this, and then after this one, we're going to get into some multiplayer attacks to show you it's not just a friendly challenge army. We completely overkilled that base, so let's go hop into some multiplayer attacks now. Alright, attack number 1, we're going to go with the same concept. We'll shoot our Queen's Giant Arrow from the left side, and we'll use our Rocket Spear on the right side. We do freeze that Royal Champion so we don't take a bunch of damage. We sprinkle in our witches. It was a little bit early because they are actually in range of that scatter shot, but it's alright. They ended up staying alive anyway, but that was still a mistake. So as you see, both these side compartments are now taken out. We really didn't need to recall the Queen but I was going to have nowhere else to use it, so I did it anyway. Most bases, she's not going to join up with your main push like that. That's why we have the doubles. But if you can get her to do that and save one, you can do that as well and maybe recall your Royal Champion again later and keep her safe. But it's just kind of hard to do when you're sending everything in a big push. So everything going in the middle now. We freeze up that multi with the Eagle Artillery as well. Both the outside Inferno Towers are singles, so that's really not going to affect us at all. There was no Clan Castle troops, so I end up poisoning the Queen. Obviously, if you're in a war attack, there's most likely going to be Clan Castle troops, so that's why we have the poison. The single Inferno goes down to the Queen. King is on the right side, tanking for all these witches, putting in absolute work. We have a bunch of Super Giants, as well as a Super Yeti, tanking for my Royal Champion. Witch is just putting in work everywhere. Queen down at the left. She did lose her healers, but there's nothing over here that really does that much damage, so it's not going to be a problem whatsoever. She takes out the Archer Tower. Now it's free to take out all that trash on the outside. Our Super Giants up here doing a really good job tanking. And we have tons of witches alive. Our King's still full health. We still have our Royal Champion alive. Our Warden's still full health. Our Queen's still healthy. This base is absolutely overkilled. There is a scatter shot up here, but look how many troops we have left. Again, it is not going to be able to keep up. Obviously, it's not a max TownHall 13, but the same concepts will still apply. I'm just kind of in a low trophy range, so it's hard to find completely max bases. But as you see, that was absolutely crushed. So let's go hop into another replay. All right, into replay number 2. We have a nice symmetrical base here, which is going to make us be able to just path in so cleanly through this core. Look how good our Queen's going to do setting the funnel on that right side. Our Royal Champion setting an awesome funnel on the right side. This is going to be such a huge funnel. Everything's going to path straight into the core, no problem. We recall out the Royal Champion. We'll recall out the Queen as soon as this Wizard Tower goes down. Boom, recall her out. Now we can wall break in and look at this funnel we have into the core. We can target right into that Eagle Artillery, go for both the Multi-Infernos and the TownHall. I can already tell you this base is going to be absolutely crushed because that was a perfect setup. This just does such a good job at setting a funnel, and then you have the double recalls to just get everything back in together with the regular push, so you don't have stuff wandering off. That's why I like the recalls, but again, if you don't want to take double recalls, you don't have to. It's just what I prefer. So we're able to freeze the TownHall and both the Multi-Infernos. That core gets absolutely shredded. We use our King's ability to start tanking. We still have one freeze. We're going to use one on that single Inferno just so our King doesn't go down. And now we really don't even need the other one. We used it on that Expo to try to keep our Royal Champion alive for a little longer. She ends up going down with a scatter shot anyway. But again, it did not matter. This base is absolutely crushed. We have Super Giant with a bunch of witches, our Queen and our Warden up at the top side. Our Warden's just kind of wandering around. He doesn't know where to go. King's still full health. We still have our Super Yeti over there with the Electromites putting in work. Look how overkilled this base is. We have so many troops alive. It's actually insane. We're just going to 2x through this now because it's just cleanup. The only thing left is a cannon. Look how many witches we have down here. We have a bunch of Super Giants, Super Yeti. All of our heroes stay standing. Actually, no, our Royal Champion went down, but everything other than that was still completely full health. And that was a pretty good amount of loot, too. So I got one more replay for you guys, and I'll catch you guys there. All right, into the final replay, we have a weird base layout here. We got this giant island in the middle. So I'm going to use the Queen on the left, the RC on the right, and we'll do a good job setting the funnel here. And the reason I'm coming in from this side, as you see, there is a Multi-Inferno here, and the others are singles. So I want to go through that Multi-Inferno and get that out of the way as soon as we can. I'm going to recall the RC out early because she was getting targeted by that Minion Prince, and we didn't want her to go down, obviously. So we recall out the Queen as well because our funnel is set. I'll drop everything else in the middle now in a line. That Minion Prince is being a little bit of a nuisance to our witches, but it should get overwhelmed here with all these skeletons. So we go straight through. We use the Warden ability early, so we don't even have to use any of our free spells. We did use one right away before on that initial entry. But now we can just freeze the TownHall and the Eagle. And now we really don't need the other two that bad, so I can use them on that scatter shot. My King gets targeted here by the single, so I could use a free spell there as well. I don't know if I didn't notice or what. Or is it even targeting my King? Yeah, it is. But I didn't notice. Okay, I use it now and then use the King's ability. I must not have been paying attention to the King. So the single at the top, obviously going to get absolutely overwhelmed. We have tons of troops up there. We've got tons of troops now down here getting tanked for by our King with the giant gauntlet. So this base is going to be crushed as well. We're just going to 2 times through this because it's just going to be cleanup. There's not much left that can stop us. Queen still full health. Warden still full health with tons of witches and some Super Giants alive. We have Super Giants, witches, and a Super Yeti at the bottom. Again, this base is completely overkilled, and this was actually a much higher level base. As you saw, the heroes were pretty much maxed out. So this was a much better base than what we've been attacking, and it is still completely overkilled. This is a really fun attack. I might actually use it in the upcoming war. So if you guys want to see the war attacks with this attack strategy, let me know in the comments. If you guys use this, let me know how it works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.